for the past 24 hours, I have done nothing but eat, sleep, play Rebuild 3, and watch old JonTron reruns. This is my life now. God, I really need to get a fucking job. Hello and welcome back! I am Lord Revonworc. This is Civilization 5, and as you'll recall, last episode, we just ran headfirst into an incredibly foolish, incredibly rash invasion of Belgium that I have been planning to dub Operation Remove Waffle. Or, I don't think many people ever actually end up abbreviating those, operation kind of names for a military operation. But it's kind of funny because there was this rejected name for the Iraq invasion that they were going to use called Operation Iraqi Liberation. And it's funny because that spells out oil. Just a little tidbit. I wish they'd called it that. That would have been funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been a huge embarrassment for the United States government, but I place comedy above all things. And oh shit. The Belgians have artillery now. Yeah. I sort of ran into this war because I didn't want to waste Clausewitz's legacy. Let's see. 15% from the Great General, 15% from the Open Terrain Ranged bonus, and 25% from Clausewitz's legacy, which will last for 50 more turns. So, God knows how many episodes. I can get through, I don't know, maybe 3 an episode if I'm lucky. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky this episode. Already things are getting starting out at a bit of a slow pace. I gave a brief little monologue before I started the episode. I think I'll probably add that in. I think that could be funny. Or maybe it'll just be depressing. Who knows? Who knows? Well, I mean, how depressing can it be? They're making a new Fallout game. I mean, the only way that could go wrong is if they completely fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up, Bethesda. You don't know how long I've been waiting for Fallout 4. Just please don't fuck it up. I mean, when I first heard about it, that wasn't even a concern for me. Well, maybe a little, because see, my brother saw the trailer first, and so he told me about it because he knew I would be as excited about it as he was. Both of us consider Fallout 3 to be our favorite games of all time. And I distinctly remember that one of the words that he used to describe the trailer was colorful. Now, you have to understand that was a bit of immediately upsetting put off for me because, well, I mean, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the Fallout series, but they're not supposed to be colorful. You know, they're video games that are supposed to take place in a post-apocalyptic Mad Max-esque nuclear wasteland. The only vibrant colors are supposed to, you know, be the radioactive glow emanating from the 2-century-old atomic detonations. So, I mean, that was an immediate concern, but, you know, then I watched the trailer, and it does look pretty good. And normally, with Bethesda, because I've played several of their games, and they're really good at it. I mean, there were a few fuck-ups early on. What was it? Was it like a Home Alone game? I can't remember. That was in one of the JonTron episodes I've been watching, that I've been rewatching lately. I think it was a Home Alone game that they made that sucked. I can't remember. Okay, let's see how this turns out. Polana has been my ally for several turns. I can't recall how many. I don't think it was very much. And oh, is that... Fuck you. Is that a Belgian ironclad? That's gonna cause some problems for Smolensk. I hope we can kill them. I'm not too worried. Although I really should be. Oh, look at that. The Americans just took that city I gave to Greece. Whatever. I don't really care. It was for getting rid of some of my aggressive expansion. And let me remind you that just because that term originates from a different game does not mean that I cannot still use it for this one. I mean, it's basically the same concept. They call it aggressive expansion in EU4. They call it warmonger penalty in Civ 5. I like aggressive expansion more, so I'm going to use that one. Romania denounced Italy. Yeah. Artillery. Looky. Is a bunch of guys. They're actually not attacking very much. Is like they don't. Well, I mean, they're moving into my territory. Wait, is that Great War Infantry? Isn't the levy supposed to replace the Great War Infantry? But then again, they're not supposed to have the levy. That's supposed to be a Soviet Union unit. But then, for some reason, the game thinks that Belgium is the Soviet Union, so I guess the real question here is, what the hell do I know? I mean, it definitely all stems from the same bug. I just don't understand. Oh, god damn it. How many of you do I have to... Okay, so... Let's see, who can you attack? You can attack these 3 guys plus the worker. Who the hell cares about the worker? They can't do any damage. Our chances of actually killing one of these levies is slim unless we... Focus fire. So let's focus fire on one that we could probably hit with most of the artillery. So I'm thinking this guy. It would be really great if we could have some of those planes now. You know, the ones that we were building. The ones that we've got building. And I think we're gonna kill. Boom! Yeah, we should probably pull back. I'm not sure why you chose to go that way, but whatever. It works for you, it works for me. Oh. Open bunch of stuff. We rigged some elections, enemies, stuff. Does anyone really read this? World ideology order. I can't go with... I can't allow that. And somebody wants to repeal the banned luxury. I think that was actually me, if I recall. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have to oppose that, America. Unless maybe enough people hate it that I won't need to worry about it. Yeah, looks like the Freedomites have it. The only order guys are America and Japan. You know, it's ironic that these are the 2 countries that go communist. Like, seriously. Why? I mean, I suppose if you actually know a thing about, you know, international politics, it's actually not that crazy to consider the concept of America going communist. I mean, seriously, it wouldn't happen if it weren't for the Soviet Union. And them being, like, enemies. And they weren't even really communist. They called themselves communist. But I know a thing or two about communism, and that was not communism. It was more akin to fascism. Which is ironic because they also hated fascists, but they were just too similar to it. I mean, Stalin himself, he was definitely an anti-Semite. He created this whole oblast, which is like a Russian type of province, all the way out in Siberia where they could just dump all the Jews. It was like, you know, a really, really bad thing to do. Oh, also, right before he died, he started what was basically like a pogrom against Jewish doctors. He claimed that they were trying to commit treason. They weren't. A lot of them probably would have been executed if it weren't for the fact that Stalin died and Nikita Khrushchev took over as the leader of the Soviet Union, which surprisingly was not a fixed position.